Hey Sparkle Besties, my name is Shakila B. For those who don't know, if you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, thank you for coming back. Y'all, this is a vintage Christy doll on an Integrity doll body. I'm going to show you all how I made her over. Let's go. Okay, Sparkle Besties, I have this vintage Christy doll and I'm going to go ahead and start her reroot for her makeover. Now, I wanted to show you guys what happened to her. My dog, he chewed her, and this is the remains. Like, he literally did this, chewed up the bathing suit that I had on her. I was actually going to use her in the little floaty thing in the Barbie beach video, and I had her all set up, and she must have accidentally fell off the table, and then not even 5 minutes later, he was down there chewing her to pieces. So I'm a little sad about that. So what we're gonna do is make her over and give her a new body. She is a Tropical Splash Christy doll. Her head is from 1987 and the body is from 1966, and it says that it was made in Malaysia. So yes, we are definitely going to give this beautiful doll a new life and start with a reroot. What we're going to use for her reroot is this Turkish coffee color from the Doll Planet. I got 2 packs just in case because I want her hair to be really long and I want her to look like my own version of like a modern totally hair Barbie. So let's get into it. I'll be using my kit from the Doll Planet with the size 5 needles, some hair, these little stubby removers. I got some pliers just in case. I don't even know if I'm going to use those, but I actually do use those sometimes. And then I have this tool and some scissors. So yeah, let's get into this makeover. I'm going to start off by cutting off all of her hair. I used some jumbo fabric scissors that I have. I wish I would have used like some smaller scissors, but it's easier to put the doll's hair in a ponytail and then cut the whole ponytail off and then, you know, snip the rest of the hair off. And this is actually my 3rd reroot to date. This is my first time using the Japanese saran hair, and also it's my first time using like regular hair because the first 2 reroots I did braids. So I'm painting her head brown and I'm just using some acrylic paint that I have, and this is to help, so you know, like if her hair happens to, or if her scalp, happens to show, then you know it'll be the same color, so it don't just look like she balled up in there. But she not gonna have a hard time with that because your girl is going to have a head full of hair. I'm just gonna take a little bit of hair and put it onto my needle and continue to plug these holes. She has a lot of holes on her head, and from the videos that I've watched on YouTube to educate myself, you don't have to plug all of the holes. In fact, it's recommended that you do like every other hole so that you reduce the risk of splitting the doll's head, because Lord knows I done split a couple heads with trying to put too much hair in them. So I'm just going to take some more, put it on my needle and continue to fill these holes, and I'm just going to let you guys watch this time lapse of about, I did this off and on. I didn't just sit down and do it all in one day, but it took me a total of about 6 hours. I want to say 6.5 hours to do this. Like I said, this was my first time using this hair, so I'm not sure what the average time is to do these reroots. I just know how long it takes me. I really don't mind adding the hair to the plugs. It is relaxing for me. It reminds me of when I add crystals to projects, and you know, that's one of my favorite things to do. So I am really going to probably do a lot more of these makeovers. I mean, I want to challenge myself to get better and, you know, just see where it goes. But I really do enjoy it, and I love the anticipation of the final outcome, and I just think it's really fun. So I did the perimeters of the head first because, you know, it just makes it easier to kind of go in like an orderly fashion. And so I still have quite a bit left to do, and now I'm about 2.5 hours in. I am just about done. I did go ahead and section off a piece of the hair because I do want to do a bang on this doll. There is some spots showing, and although there aren't any holes there, I did go ahead and create some holes with my needle, and I added some hair to fill in that spot so that there would not be any gaps at all, because like I said, I really want this to be a hair play doll, so I want her hair to be full and luscious and just really, really beautiful. Her hairline is everything. I just think it is so flawless. Like, why can't my hairline look like this in real life? Somebody take me to Turkey so I can get my hair plugged. I'm just playing. I am really happy with how she looks. And I got her hair filled in really nicely. There's still a few spots, but that's normal. But this hair is just so beautiful. I mean, I really love it. This is what I cut for a bang. I might have to put a little bit more, but I think this should be enough. We'll see when we get to that part, but I'm going to set this and leave it for 24 hours, and I will be back. While the doll's hair is drying, I'm going to start working on her outfit. I purchased this from an artist doll collector on Instagram. His name is Salvador, and I am going to, of course, add some sparkle to this beautiful outfit. So for crystal colors, I went with neon stones because I feel like those match the most. My other stones mix just wasn't doing what it needed to do. I took some glue and put it in a teeny tiny little syringe that I have, and I'm just gonna go through and start adding crystals to this. So yeah, I inserted the doll's body into this outfit so that way it'll make it give me a hard surface to add crystals on. And I'm gonna use the hot pink color first. And then I'm just going to start applying my crystals. I just want to make sure. I'm just going to use a little teeny dot of glue. Now, I'm not using a particular method here. I'm pretty much just gonna place them where my heart desires. So I'm gonna start use the smaller stones. I'm not applying the crystals in any particular order. I'm just adding them on, and I plan to do as much pink as I can first and then just move on from color to color. All right, so that's what that looks like. And y'all know I'm gonna speed it up and we're gonna do this to the whole thing. And now I am just going through stone by stone, adding my crystals in my happy place. I'm using this beautiful neon crystal that has a nice colorful reflection to it. I think it's such a pretty color. Here I have finished the pink, and I just want to show you guys how it looks already. I just love how bling adds that 3D element to any design. It's like it brings it to life, and I just love how it's coming together so far. Next color I'm going to add is the neon blue color. I really love this blue. It is very, very vibrant, and I think it's going to look fantabulous on this beautiful, beautiful piece of clothing. I could have totally went with another crystal, like a more of an aqua color, but I did want to do neon for some reason, and I'm not a huge neon crystal fan. My favorite crystal is, of course, silver, because that's the one that's going to give you the most sparkle. But next to that is the pink rose color, and I really do love how this is coming together. And surprisingly, I really do love the neon color. I think it's just perfect for summer, and the look is just, my God, I just love it. Now I'm adding in the neon purple, which is an extremely beautiful color. It is fabulous as well, and I do love how it complements the other colors that we've already added to the garment. I think now is a good time to say that this is a 12.5 inch fashion royalty body. It's version 5.0 from Integrity Toys. And yes, I am going to put Barbie's head on an IT doll's body. I've been waiting to do this for so long, and I think this is the perfect opportunity that my dog helped me to come up with, since he chewed my Barbie doll. And I'm just going to continue this garment. This piece actually took me about 7.5 hours total. There is over 1,879 crystals on here, and they all have been individually placed. I actually wrote down 6 hours, 41 minutes, and 52 seconds, and I did this over a 48-hour time span. And this is how it's looking, and I just think it's beautiful. It's like 3D pop out. It's giving razzle dazzle. It's giving I'm that girl. It's giving don't play with me. Like, I love it so much, y'all. I promise you. I had to section off a little bit more hair because I wanted her bang to be a little bit thicker, and I did not have enough in the part that I wanted, so I just sectioned off a little bit more to give her bang a more full look. Once I got the hair sectioned off like I wanted it to, I started to cut her bangs. And you guys, I watched so many different tutorials, but the ADHD wouldn't allow me to fully comprehend what they were doing in the tutorial, so I just went rogue and did my own thing. But I did learn how to make this cool straw hair roller from watching a few YouTube tutorials. I simply cut a straw and then I rolled her hair up. I did wet it, and then I cut another straw, and then I put that one on top like back in the day, and then I went ahead and added these bobby pins to secure it in place. And I really just love this hair. I can't say that enough. It's very, very soft, and I did allow the roller to set in her hair for 24 hours. So I removed it by taking out the pins, and just removing the straw that I put in there. And her bangs, they came out to be really fluffy, and that's actually the look that I was going for. However, I believe that I cut too much hair, and I should not have cut her bangs so far across like I did. I'm not a hair artist. I am learning and establishing myself as a designer in the doll thing, you know, so I'm really just a beginner at all of this. But you know, it takes a lot of patience to do this, so I always remind myself, you know, not to be so hard on myself, and also just to be patient. And a lot of times I'll stop what I'm doing and I'll just, you know, take a break for a little while if I find myself getting too frustrated. But I do know with cutting, you know, it's always better to cut a little than to cut too much. You can always subtract, but you can't add to it. So with that being said, I do think that I still cut a little too much, but in this case it's okay, because, you know, it still turned out okay. It didn't turn out exactly how I pictured, but it's not horrible either. So you guys will have to let me know how I did, or how you think I did, down below. I found this old NYX Avant Pop palette in my office, and I decided to add some eyeshadow to her cheeks as blush. I just love how high her cheekbones are. She's such a gorgeous doll, and I think this color is perfect for her cocoa brown skin complexion. It has a nice shimmer to it, and of course you all know that I love shimmer, shine, and sparkle. Now I went ahead and used this Posca pen to add some pink to her lips, which started off great, and I think I had the right idea in mind, but it got bad quickly because the ink didn't dry, and I kept on trying and trying to add more to it, and eventually it just ended up bad. Instead of giving up completely, I kept trying, but the more I tried, the worse it got. And eventually I ended up just wiping it all off with some acetone, and you guys will see here that I ended up going with a barely there lip. It is very nude, and I had to repaint her smile, which was very hard because I did not have the right tools to even remotely be successful. So at some point I will have to redo this. Now, upon taking this video, I realized there wasn't any water in the pool. So I stopped myself and I was like, you know what? Let me add some water to the pool, because it's just going to bother me if I don't. I added some water to a bowl, and I got some mica powder. This color on the package says that it's royal blue, but it's a lot lighter than royal blue. It's very pretty, and I just kept stirring it up because I wanted to make sure there weren't any chunks floating in the water. This isn't a necessary step. Honestly, I just wanted to see how it looks, and of course you all know I'm over the top, so I just wanted to add some more razzle dazzle if it wasn't already enough razzle dazzle going on as it is. And I also added some edible glitter to it because, you know, glitter makes everything perfect. So yeah, the glitter is just an amazing touch, but with the mica powder you really can't see it unless you're like really up close on it. But it was all in good faith, and I do think it is super cute. And I'm going to pour it into the pool now, being careful not to overfill it because I have done that before and the water went everywhere. So not this time, I'm going to do better. And here is the final result, you all. Her new lip is looking good, and I'm loving the fit, the hair, the bag. She really is slaying. Go ahead, Miss Christy. Let me know what you all think in the comments. How do you feel about the Barbie head on the Integrity body? I mean, I was expecting it to kind of be too big, but overall I really do think it fits. So I'm not mad at it at all. I think she looks absolutely gorgeous. The hair from the Doll Planet is superb quality. She is Barbie-tastic, and you all gotta stay tuned to the end so you can view all of the lovely photos. That's all for now, Sparkle Besties. Make sure you come back and see me next time. I love you all and have a wonderful day. Bye for now.